Hey y'all, how y'all doing today? That was so fake. Hey y'all, how y'all doing today? So today, if you looked at the title, which I hope you did, we're going to be talking about, I got my notes here. A bitch don't write notes, so you know this is serious. We're going to be talking about the dramatization and ruining of people's lives, hate trains, bandwagoning, you know, the whole shebang. So, this video, this video has been sitting on my spirit for a while now. Like, I've been thinking about how I want to present this video, what I want to talk about in this video, and today is here. So, let me get my lighting right real quick, because we gotta be here. Y'all need to listen. Okay, so, to start this video, like I said, this video has been sitting on my spirit for a while now. It's a topic that kind of on my healing journey is kind of been sitting here with me, and it's been triggering me a lot. The way people present themselves on the internet has been very triggering. And some may say that I may be chronically online, which sometimes I am, and I do unplug often because of the type of people that are on the internet. But that doesn't diminish or undermine what this message is about and what needs to change, or what people need to be more aware of so that their actions can follow suit. I'm trying to make sure I look cute. Okay, y'all, I had to reposition my camera and stuff. So, the first bullet point I have is the type of people. The type of people that we are talking about that are perpetuating these ideas, these thoughts and opinions, with seemingly free speech mindset and it's just my opinion mindset. I'm finna go into this archetype of person. I'm finna set up this person so that we can understand how this person reacts and acts on the internet and in society and all that. So yeah, this person, they can be defined as, some would say, unhealed, but that's not non-synonymous with a lot of us. So that's just one bullet point. They're unhealed, unaware, low vibrational, like the plate. I mean, some of us heard about low vibrations before it became a topic about plates, but that's not what we're talking about. So, yeah, this person is unhealed. They present a lot of times through the ego. They show up as the ego. They're unaware of how some of their actions have consequences, or how their actions can affect someone's mental health, or the way that they're not treating others the way that they would like to be treated. They thrive on mess and drama. They thrive on people not living up to their potential. They thrive on those things because essentially they are at this low place and they want everyone to be here with them. You know what I mean? They don't want people, when they see people rising, it's like crabs in a barrel. And I know some people get triggered by that statement, but it's really like that. They pull them down because they're like, bitch, you're not finna rise without me. Or you think you better than me type stuff. The ego. Also, I want to state before I really get into the tea, I also have my own projections and stuff that will come out as well. This video is quite unfiltered. I tried to do a lot of breathing before I got on this camera, but some of this angst that y'all are about to receive, it is needed for the people that need to see it. The people that probably need to see this video won't be seeing the video, so I do want to say in advance that a lot of my angst and emotion and passion is not towards the viewer, and if it is towards the viewer, if the shoe fits, it fits. Social media. So, social media, created to make community amongst people on an internet platform, amongst your friends and family. that was the beginning of social media. Where we are now, we are in a place now where people's whole lives are on social media. We are becoming our physical selves and our intranet selves, our meta selves. We are sharing positive information and positive videos. We are also sharing negative videos, negative emotions, and negative things. And it's just all in this big, wide world of the World Wide Web. The main social media that I did want to touch on was Twitter. Twitter, I think a lot of people have a love-hate relationship with Twitter, especially the people in my generation, because Twitter, you will find the funniest stuff on Twitter, the most stupidest stuff to laugh at on Twitter, but then you can also find militaries and big groups of people that don't agree with what you believe in and all that kind of stuff. So it can become very triggering at times, and you find yourself sometimes trying to defend your integrity that's not even in question, just because people are questioning some beliefs that you internally have, so you're trying to defend those things. But Twitter is somewhere. Before I even get too much into Twitter, I want to touch on bandwagoning and just the culture of social media. So, when I got my first social media account, which was Facebook, in the 7th grade, wasn't supposed to have social media. My parents was against it. They didn't know much about it, didn't want to learn nothing about it. It was given very much Generation X. Are they X? They didn't believe in it, so I wasn't supposed to have it. I ended up getting it anyway, and what I quickly realized is that the people that are cool and popular in the physical, a lot of times are the people that are cool and popular on social media as well, because they have those features, or they look a certain way, or just the importance that we put these people on is up here. So therefore, whatever they say is valued, even if it's bullshit. So I was noticing, like, a funny story really quick. I would be on Facebook and I would see people with these like deep quotes and stuff. And I was like, is this what Facebook is about? So I was thinking, I was in bed one night just trying to think of the most poetic shit I can say. Like, oh, this gonna pop. Like, oh, bitches gonna fuck with this. Just to find out, I realized this like a few weeks ago. Like, I think they were posting song lyrics and people were just liking it because it was song lyrics of an artist that they like. I had to go through some tough social media training, some social media training, and I'm not the best, I'll tell you that right now, but there are some parameters that I just would not cross. But that was my experience. But Twitter is a place that I appreciate it for. It is one of the lesser censored social medias, and that's what I enjoy about it. But also with that less censorship comes more shit, negative shit, and or positive stuff, but a lot of negative shit. So what I notice on Twitter is ideologies, conversations tend to be a recurring thing. It's like seasonal. Twitter is very seasonal. You have different sides of Twitter. You have the boys versus the men versus women Twitter, which I had to subtract myself from because I had to realize I'm not a heterosexual man. I don't care about, that's essentially it. I don't care about y'all's problems that y'all choose to keep having with each other when it comes to men and women. I had to subtract myself because I was finding myself getting triggered by some shit that don't even have to do with me. You have those type of people. You have people talking bad about people. But I really wanted to talk about bandwagoning. Something I've noticed on Twitter and social media a lot. A lot of stuff starts on Twitter, but a lot of stuff also ends on Twitter or is resurfaced on Twitter. So I'll see a TikTok, for example, I'll see a TikTok that's just, I enjoyed the TikTok. Next thing I know, someone steals this person's content, uploads it to Twitter, and people are having an adverse reaction to what they were having on TikTok on Twitter. Like, these social medias I feel like they have different vibrations and different modes at different times. There's not a hierarchy, but I realize that the people that are deemed more attractive, even when you would think Twitter, a place where we're mostly seeing words, you wouldn't have so much of that. These people are still the people that are running the shit, essentially. We have a lot of regurgitating information. We have a lot of stealing tweets, retweeting them just so they can go viral, which is weird to me. All of this, when I talk about bandwagoning, I know I'm going all over the place, but essentially it's about what the cool people do. Whatever the person that everyone wants to be like, or the person that is perceived to be the popping person.
What do they think? What do they like? Oh, they like those shoes? Oh, I like those shoes too. Oh, they say those shoes are trash. Those shoes are trash, even though I've never even seen them in person. I don't know all the colorways. I don't know much about this shoe, but because this cool person, this person that is deemed important, is saying that they're trash, they are therefore trash.
And that is the start of the bandwagon. Someone has an opinion, but because of their social status and because of their perceived importance, their opinion seems to matter more. So people take that opinion and they take it to heart and they take it as, oh, this is the truth. Because this person doesn't like this and because they say it's trash, then therefore it must be trash. With that, a whole introduction on the type of person that we're dealing with and some of the platforms and bandwagoning, now we're going to touch on the case of Chloe Bailey. So, in the case of Chloe Bailey is part of the duo Chloe x Halle with her little sister Halle Bailey, who is starring as the Little Mermaid in May. I have been watching their career since maybe 2016, or ever since Beyonce signed them. I have been invested. I got invested a little bit after the Kids Are Alright album, and I've been invested ever since. I went back and listened to the older stuff and been following them through the Ungodly Hour era and all of it. I love them. I love their spirits. I can connect with them. I can tell that they have like overprotective parents, and just being a fan of them and watching their lives and like what they think and stuff. I feel like I know a good basis of who they are and where they operate out of. I don't know a lot. No, don't know everything. It's very parasocial. But I feel like I know a little bit to be able to say where certain actions are coming from. The case of Chloe Bailey. So back, was it 2021 or 2022? I don't know at this point because they made her wait so long to release that solo debut album. But she decided to go solo because Halle was overseas in Europe working on The Little Mermaid. Correct. So, in the midst of this kind of severing in a way, because these two were like this, you would think they were twins, and I did for a while. You know, everyone did for a while. But there was this severance where it's just like they are very tethered and they still have that connection, but with this distance and stuff and with the way life goes on, they had to kind of focus on themselves more. They had to realize like, oh, not saying that they weren't their own people, but like, oh, okay, I need to figure out who I am truly, because they are in their early 20s, and I feel like this was divine how this happened. This is perfect time for them to discover themselves, basically. Chloe has went solo. She released Have Mercy, but before she released Have Mercy, we had the Nina Simone cover. It's a new dawn. She released that. We see her dance and we see her performing, but before we even get to this point, we know, this is what we do know, and this is what I did observe, because I'm very observant. I try not to speak too much, but I try to observe. because I've noticed on the internet that people like to change their opinions a lot. It's very picky choosy, and it's very whatever the popular opinion is, that's what I'm going with, because I don't have any opinions of my own. Before this tether, people in the ungodly hour, in the midst of the ungodly hour, we're seeing the live performances, we're living for the performances. Tennis court Tisha, whatever her name was, we was living for it all. But we had those people that essentially they seemed to be fans. I think they became fans during the ungodly hour. They probably didn't look at any other work before, and they deemed themselves fans of this duo because it was popular to like them at this point. But I was noticing in the comments, starting more and more, people were saying, "Oh, Chloe, she dances a lot better. She's taking it there. Oh, she's actually performing. Hattie's just so much reserved. Chloe needs to go solo. They need to go solo. They need to do their own things. Chloe needs to go solo. She's the next Beyonce. Chloe needs to go solo. Chloe needs to go solo. Hallie is holding her back. Chloe needs to go solo. Chloe goes solo. Y'all hate her." It's crazy. It's really crazy. So we have Mercy out. We have the Nina Simone cover. Chloe is showing more of herself. She, as an artist, took the initiative to, at the platform that she's already at, she's already revered and respected in her career. Not as mainstream yet, but she has respect, basically. She decided to share her life, her personal life and her personal self with the intranet, the world. And she was ultimately rejected because what I think happened was people perceived Chloe to be a certain way, and they quickly realized that she was really about that business. She really is who I always thought she was, which is this person that has a lot of passion and cares about their craft, and it shows in their work. After Have Mercy, we're seeing the whole she's
doing too much. I don't like all the booty popping. Oh, she's moaning too much. It's so forced. It's just so much. Da da da.
And I was like, okay, whatever y'all saying, I guess that's y'all's opinion. That's valid for y'all. But I started to notice that it was becoming a recurring thing. No matter what Chloe did, it was too much. No matter what Chloe did, I just don't like it. No matter what Chloe did, it's giving Walmart Beyonce. No matter what Chloe did, she's not living up to her potential. But no matter what Chloe did, people found something to hate on. And these people, most of the time, were not fans. I think 85 to 90% of the time, these people aren't fans of Chloe. Because if they were, they would know that this is Chloe that she is presenting in front of us. This is not no team telling her to do things that may guide her. But essentially, Chloe is doing all this stuff that she wants to do. She is 20-something, whatever, regardless, she can shake her ass. I mean, it's okay if this person shake their ass, but she can't shake her ass. I'm getting off topic, and this is really taking a lot out of me. But I've realized with Chloe being so new and fresh, and it seemed as though she went solo because of what people were saying. That's what people thought. These low vibrational people in their head, they're thinking, "Oh, we've been telling her to go solo. She's finally doing it. She's listening to us." So I think people thought that they had some kind of agency over Chloe's artistry and her career, and that they were trained and professional career managers and marketers for artists. So this is how I see Chloe as a solo artist. I see Chloe, well, this is not how I see Chloe. I see Chloe as Chloe, the Chloe that's always been Chloe, but other people are seeing Chloe as this blank canvas, this doll that has no makeup on, that has nothing. It is just a plain doll presented in front of you. And we feel like, oh, we need to dress her this way. We need to put this makeup on her. Oh, wait, she's not following the mold that we gave her. I don't like that anymore. What is she doing? No, this is not what I perceived this to be. This is not what I wanted for somebody else. You can't control people and their livelihoods and their artistry and who they are as a creative. You just don't have that power to do that. One, opinion is very invalid. I mean, it's valid because it's your opinion, but it's very invalid, especially coming from someone who isn't a fan, one, and isn't a creative, two, and three, doesn't have much knowledge of pop culture and how things are going and social media and all this stuff. So a lot of times y'all's opinions are very regurgitated and bandwagoning. And that is where I want to bring all this to. People bandwagon with Chloe Bailey. And the reason why I'm choosing Chloe Bailey, she is merely an example out of many different scenarios on social media and with people in today's society. I choose Chloe, one, because I see a lot of myself in her. I see her becoming herself. I am at this similar age where I am truly not refinding myself. It's not even trying to find something that's out there. It's already within here, but because society has told me, oh, this is bad, this is wrong, I'm having to go back now that I've erased those beliefs, go back and find who I am and then present that to the world happily and be, whatever. Social media gives people the power to think that their opinions matter. You know what I mean? This person, these people, these low vibrational people, these are the people that are in your grocery stores, that are working as daycare sitters, that are doing all these type of different jobs. These are normal people. But I feel like because we have to in our society, we have to present so positive and try to be so nice and try to be so mindful of others and all that. Not saying that everybody does that. That a lot of these people that are seemingly nice in person, once they get to the internet, they feel like they have this it gives them this sense of power where they can say whatever they want, unwarranted. They will not be, I wouldn't say punished, but that's the best word I can think of right now. They won't be punished for what they say. So they live in their ego, but their ego expresses itself on the internet. So they're not going to say all these things in person, their everyday life. And they may actually be fans of these people and things, but because they can't live out their darker sides, their egoist sides in society, because it's not truly accepted to be that way, they decide that they want to do it on the internet, and they feel like they have all the power in the world to do what they want, and that they make the decisions for anybody and everybody. That's why I just wanted to choose Chloe. Give me a second. Okay, I'm back. So, a person like Chloe, or I'll say me, for example, I feel like through my healing process, I have learned how to find myself, one, but I'm really starting to live in my light, live in who I actually am, and present that to the world. And not saying that I haven't always been myself, but I am saying that I had to realize what parts of myself I was trying to keep away from society, that I was trying to mask away. With people like me and Chloe and different stuff like that, once you get into a position where you like yourself, you're learning to like yourself, and you're doing what you want to actually do in this life, your aura starts to shine. You start to have this light about you. And some people just have it from birth. It's just, I feel like I've always had this light about me. Just this, very, positive, strong force. But some people see that as a fire and they try to put it out. They see this light in someone and they try to stomp it out of them. And that's not going to make the light go out because it's an eternal flame. The fire that is getting stumped out has to realize it is eternal. And no matter how many times that person or that force tries to stump them out, they're still going to shine. So with the crabs in a barrel thing that I brought up, Chloe is starting to shine. She is starting to be in the mainstream. Social media gives people power. They feel like they have agency over what these artists do and how they act and who they are. Chloe is starting to rise. We see her rising. We grab her leg and we pull her back down. We try to humble her because she's not doing what we want her to do. I mean, really, she's her own artist, and if you don't like it, you can just go. You can leave. But people don't want to leave. They want to be what's on topic, what's on trend, and because Chloe is on topic and on trend, they're going to talk about her because they want her to be what they want her to be, and she is refusing to just submit to that. They're thinking that she's not being who she is and not being who she wants to be because she's being this over-sexualized person. But essentially, a lot of us are very sexual people. Y'all don't value sex as what it should be. It should be a very, just not even sex, but just sex and sex appeal and attractiveness. It is within, and if you're not secure within yourself, when you see someone else being what you feel like you can be or should be, it triggers you to do better, and you don't want to be better because you want to stay down here, low vibrational. So yeah, y'all just like to pull her by the leg and try to pull her down because y'all can't control her. Y'all can't stomp out her light. Y'all can't stomp out a lot of people's lives that y'all want to. And y'all feel like because y'all seen on the internet people's lives be ruined by the internet, and y'all have probably actively participated in the ruining of people's lives, y'all feel like, oh, we have this power. This internet, we have the power. We can do whatever. We can make this person lose their job. We can get this business shut the fuck down. We have all the power. Bitch, you talking to me? Bitch, I'll get you shut down in 3 to 5 business days, and it really don't even take that long nowadays. Now I want to pivot, but not so much of a pivot to the statement is just my opinion. This statement is very triggering to me because I notice that yes, it is your opinion, but a lot of times your opinion is based in hatred. It is based in being unknowledged about a certain topic, and it is ultimately a lot of times just simply incorrect. Your opinion is just incorrect. I don't care if it's your opinion, it's just not fact. And if you don't want to take the fact, then you have no reason to be arguing with people that are giving you the truth and the facts of what it is. With the internet, a lot of people sharing their opinions, and some people like certain people's opinions, some people don't like their opinions. But at the end of the day, when I look at someone sharing their opinion, I look at it like this. Is this person educated on this topic that they have this opinion about? Do they fully know the basis of what they're talking about? 1. 2, and this is the main one, what is their intention? What is the intent behind what they're saying? Some people may say, I don't like Beyonce. They have all the right in this world to not like Beyonce, to hate Beyonce. But then you look at the intent behind why they're saying what they're saying. They're saying it with malice intent. They're saying it with from an insecure place. They're saying it out of spite because a good majority of people love Beyonce and they hold her at this high regard. But out of spite of that, I'm going to be the opposite. I'm going to be the devil's advocate. You know what? I hate her. And it's all because of just how you perceive her. But it's just like you're doing it out of spite. You're not sharing this opinion because that's what you feel. And a lot of times, I think we should learn to just keep our opinions to ourselves, because a lot of times they're just not needed. It's just taking up a lot of space. And a lot of times it's affecting people's mental health, because you're seeing a lot of people saying this same regurgitated thing just because they want to express their opinion. You can disagree and you can state what you disagree about and all this different kind of stuff, but it's the intent. If you're saying these things from those places that are low vibrational, and you're saying these things from a place that is ultimately out of spite, just my opinions becomes I'm hating. That's what it becomes. It becomes hate. It becomes, I am hating on this person because I'm hating on this thing because, and it's not just your opinion at that point. A lot of times we have internalized racism, internalized transphobia, internalized homophobia, and it comes out in what we like to say our opinions. And the internet values the free speech of the human race and people. Well, that's what a lot of us say that we value. So we feel like we have all the right to say what we want to say. But when you're saying what you want to say and you're just putting negativity out there in the world, what is the point? When you're giving negative energy to this person, what is essentially the point? What does that do for you? What does you hating this person or expressing that you hate something do for you? Because at the end of the day, you're going to either hate it or love it in silence, or you're going to do whatever at the end of the day. But you just had to state it because you wanted to express your distaste for something that wasn't needed. You know what I mean? I'm going to talk about my bias and my own projections. So when it came to Chloe Bailey, I am biased because I am a fan, and I'm projecting because I see a lot of myself in her. I see the passion when she performs, like that sexualness, that like very rawness that you get, the screaming in her first solo performance of Have Mercy, the way she dances and goes so hard is because of passion. When Beyonce does, they call it Sasha Fierce. I've had that same passion before, that same flame within me when I perform or dance and stuff. And it's just like, for someone to look at that and look at someone and be like, oh, you're doing too much, or da-da-da. It's just like very distasteful, and it's very disheartening, because it's just like, this is truly who I am. You're getting the raw me. When Chloe's on stage, you're getting the raw her. You're getting her. She's like, and it's very raw and unformed. But I think in our society, we like stuff to be very polished and perfect. But it's not always that way. Y'all like unpolished and imperfect when it's polished and unperfectly imperfect. But perfectly imperfect. Y'all like perfectly imperfect. Y'all don't like raw. Y'all don't like real. Y'all don't like that. Because y'all can only deal with what you know, what you've seen and been presented to in this world. You can't accept different opinions or accept different ways of living, different things, because you feel like it's an attack on you and what you believe in. Touch back on intent really quick. I'm a very observant and empathetic person, so when I see someone sharing their opinion and I can tell that I can tell that it's coming from a place of hate and it's coming from a place of malice, because I'm empathetic and I'm very observant of body language and all this kinds of stuff. Like, you're saying one thing, but your body language is saying another thing. You're pointing and you're being aggressive, like, and some people say, oh, I'm just passionate. But no, you're really you're really coming from a low vibrational place, and I don't think you realize that. That's why I want to end on the intent. Also, really quick, y'all don't care about them kids. With all this anti-trans legislation, all this anti-gay legislation and shit, and anti-drag legislation and shit, y'all don't care about them kids. Y'all are watching rated R movies with your kids. Y'all are exposing your kids to very explicit situations very early, but because you don't agree with drag, it's evil in your opinion, and all these kinds of things. You don't want your kids to be around that, but you don't realize what the world isn't realizing. These same kids that people trying to protect, these are the same kids that you let drink beer on the weekends. These are the same kids that you're not emotionally caring for. These are the same kids that you will drop off at your mom's house and forget all about them to go out. Y'all don't give a fuck about them kids. Y'all just love to hate because y'all come from a low vibrational place all of the time. Y'all don't care about them kids. Y'all care about keeping the society that you were told to live in, and because you think that you are playing your part, everyone else will follow suit. The Bible isn't the law of all land. It is essentially, in my opinion, very interpreted and all this and that. Y'all want to say y'all gave up on Chloe Bailey because of Chris Brown, but Chris Brown has been being who he is. He has been allegedly a colorist, and I've been noticing these things, but now I'm noticing white girls talking about Chris Brown on Chloe Bailey. Y'all not even fans of Chloe Bailey, and y'all just want to. We regurgitate. Y'all are regurgitated Bible verses. This isn't how you truly feel. In like when you really sit with yourself and really think about your values and what you really care about, you don't feel this way. You feel like you have to say this because that's what the Bible says. You feel like that's what you have to say because that's what they told you that God said. God didn't tell you that. The Bible told you that. And you're taking this book and you're using it to hate people, and you're using it to diminish people, and you're using it to banish people to hell. You're using it to do all these things, and you're essentially uneducated on where it comes from and all these different kinds of stuff. But the cure to all of this is healing, essentially. Realizing that, I want you to look at what you post and look at what you think about and really think about what you be thinking about. Like, the cure is treating other people how you want to be treated. I mean, I can say this all fucking day and people will still not fucking realize it. Treat other people how you want to be treated, okay? So now I'm about to talk in my country accent, my fake country accent, because y'all ain't getting it. Alright? Y'all ain't getting it. Now, let's get into it real quick. So when you are healed, and you're trying to do the best things for you, a lot of times you aren't worried about what other people are doing, especially when those actions and things that people are doing aren't affecting you personally, and, because you really don't care. You have this perceived idea of yourself, and you feel like the world doesn't value me, but the internet will, because I can be free here. I can't be free in the world because I don't fully accept myself. You know what I mean? So the cure is to think about what you actually like. What you think about? What do I like about myself? What do I want to present to the world? Not what is popular, not is what is a trend. Now, in my humble opinion, I don't think there is nothing wrong with trends, but I do think when those trends overstamp and override what you feel in your heart and what you want to do in this world, then that is a problem. You have to be who you want to be. Don't be essentially what the Bible wants you to be, who your pastor wants you to be. You have to be who you want to be. I don't even know if this is a fully legitimate video because I went here, I went far. I hope I said all the things I wanted to say, but essentially, y'all don't have much going on in your lives. You're not happy with yourselves. A lot of y'all, you're not happy. So, in order to get some endorphins and some dopamine, you like to go on the internet to get that. You like to feel like you're important, because essentially in your real life you're just not important. You're not that girl in your real life. So you feel like you are that girl on the internet, but I'm here to tell you, babes, at the end of the night, at the end of the day, when you get into your house, your apartment, your box, or wherever you live, no shade, because everyone is dealing with different situations and this, that, the other. But some people are dealing with those situations because they are experiencing karma, but other people are truly in some horrible situations. But when you get home at night and let's say the Wi-Fi ain't working anymore, the Wi-Fi just ain't working, and you can't get on the internet, and you have to sit there with yourself. Are you happy with yourself? Do you truly like who you are? You know, I think the internet can be a good distraction of you not living in your purpose and being who you want to be and who you should be, because you're scared, you're fearful. And I understand that. I truly understand that. But if you truly want the world to be a better place like you say you do, and you care so much about people, you need to be the best you can be. You have to love on yourself to love on others, you know? And baby, I know it's hard to raise your vibration and to be better and just not live at the bottom of that crab barrel. But essentially, if you want to truly be happy in this life, you have to do the work. You have to learn to be happy with yourself, because our society values not being happy, you know? So you have to go against the grain sometimes to truly find yourself and truly like what you like and like who you are, you know? And sometimes change some stuff. Change is okay now. Change is okay. It's ever coming. If you try to reject change, it's just gonna slap you in the face, you know? You just have to be accepting and let it flow and go with the flow, because that flow will take you to a whole nother place in this world, a whole nother place in life, and you'll find yourself being happier. You'll find yourself wanting to live life in the real world out there. Not in here, but out there. You'll love your life out there, because there's a lot of life to live out there. There's a lot of delayed life in here. There's a lot of not living in the present in here, because the present is right now. I don't think it's bad to educate yourselves like you are doing with this video, or to learn and reflect. But essentially, the internet is just an distraction at the end of the day. It's a distraction from what's out there. You get me? Because you might be out there right now, but are you really present out there? Be present in your life. Be present with the things that you have. Be grateful for the things that you have. And it'll take you far. I know it's hard, and I know it's hard to muster up motivation and stuff to truly become who you want to be. But you will realize one day that if you want to live up to what you know that you can be, what you see in your head, you have to make some changes, and you have to be better. You have to do better. Just do better. Yeah, that's basically all I had to say. Hopefully I can make a good video out of this. Like and subscribe. This is gonna be 50 minutes. So we don't know how much we're gonna have to cut up out of there. Cause I kinda said a lot of stuff a lot of times the same way, a lot of different flipped and reversed it a lot of different times. This video was really just it really was like an ambush. Like, y'all thought I was going to be talking about the mess and like really being messy, but essentially it came full circle back to you. It came back to you. It always comes back to us, huh? It always comes back to you. You have to be better. Do better. Do better. Do better. Even if the world is treating you bad, do better for the world. And you will see better. If everybody does better, better will come back to them. If everybody does bad, bad will come back to them. It's a cycle. It's a circle. It's a big fat circle. If you plant seeds in the ground, they're going to grow those veggies that you need so desperately to eat. If you put those seeds, that positivity into the ground and let it grow up, and you raise those vegetables, you're going to have a good feast. But if you put those seeds in the ground and you pour acid over it, and you just piss on it all the time, and you just let hell break loose, you ain't gonna have nothing to eat, baby. You gonna die. You gonna die. So essentially, treat others how you want to be treated. Put good into the world, and good will eventually come back to you. Put negative into the world, you will never be able to find a break. Now, I know some of y'all triggered, and I know some of y'all ain't make it this far. I know some of y'all ain't finished watching after the first 5 minutes. But the bitches, my bitches, who got this far? If you got this far, like, subscribe, bitch, because we here. We here. We get each other. We are rising in vibration. And if you got this far, in the comments arose. Arose. I wish you roses and roses and roses and roses and roses. I wish you roses. I wish you well. I wish you roses, but you can still smell when it is fly.